Okay, I hope you're ready to lock in. I hope you're ready to lock in, because just as we thought that there weren't any more layers onto the Joshua David Evans situation, so many people in my comment section have been saying, "Hey, have you seen this video from this guy called Gavin? But he's basically exposing Joshua David Evans because he was a management client of his." And I was like, no, I haven't seen that. That's really interesting, because we've been saying, I said it a couple of videos ago when I was talking about how Josh is a YouTube manager, and over the years, because I've been on this platform a long time, I've heard a lot about YouTube managements being very dodgy, basically stealing creators' money. They're not doing things fairly, it's very corrupt, and over the years, I've seen a couple of creators who've had bad experiences with management companies then start their own management companies. I'm talking about people like PewDiePie back in like 2017. He had like sort of group thing, I can't remember what it was called, and then more recently, Cinnamon Toast Ken. If you guys watch his reaction videos, they're really fun. But he has a YouTube management as well, and they're both YouTube veterans who basically who were just like, we've had really bad experiences in the past, we want to do things fairly, and that's what they did. So but that's the contrast, you see, because they're good people, they're good, really genuine people, versus Joshua David Evans, who we've established is a massive narcissist. So this doesn't actually surprise me that this is what he's been doing. But yeah, so we have this video to react to here from Gavin Reads It All, a creator I am not familiar with because I don't read. Honestly, he's a booktube creator as far as I can gather, and yeah, I don't read. I'm not a reader. Actually, I could have a whole conversation about how kind of like book talk is kind of a problem in some areas, but that's a completely different conversation. Maybe we could have that in the comments, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm really curious to get into this because, again, this doesn't really surprise me that this is happening, and I'm curious to see what he says. This is an hour long, so as I say, I hope we can lock in. But actually, before we do that, can we just acknowledge how gorgeous my new rings are? Because after I go to the gym, I always pop into the charity shops in like the town where the gym is that I go to, and I found not one or two or three, like I'm guessing maybe like stainless steel, but like good quality, like I'm guessing kind of vintage rings, and it's really, really difficult for me to find rings in my size because I've got like quite small fingers, so it's really difficult for me to find rings that actually fit comfortably. But these are chunky, they are old as hell, and don't sleep on a thrifting section of the jewelry section of a thrift shop or a charity shop or anything like that. But anyway, let's get into this video. I'm very excited. Let's see what happens.
So I don't really know if I should be doing this right now because I'm in a contract.
Ooh, Irish. We love an Irish man on here. We love an Irish man. We love the Anna McIntyres of this world, and we love the Irish. I love an Irish accent. Can I just say, Irish accent peak. It does not get better than that. It just doesn't.
And I really don't want like any like legal stuff to happen, but I don't know any other way to reach out. And if anyone at Studio 71 can please just email me who isn't Joshua David Evans, and please do so.
Okay, so Studio 71 is Joshua David Evans, like the company he works for. Okay, got it.
I had an email from Josh like half an hour ago now, and I've been sat like speechless. Joshua David Evans is my YouTube manager, and I have not. If someone from Studio 71 can just please reach out to me. I've tried to reach out to them. I tried today, and then this email I got from Josh has confirmed to me that anything I do try and say to them won't go through them, and I'm just scared now. I'm really scared. I'm scared that they have financial control over my channel. They are going to take all of my money, and I'm in a contract that I
In fact, I don't think he's Irish. I think he's like Welsh or something, but anyway. He's got a cool like backdrop going on as well. I'm sure because I thought they were the Harry Potter books behind him, like the newest covers, but fun. Anyway, but let's continue.
I seemingly can't get out of, even though I'm really trying hard to get out of this contract, and I don't know what to do now. I genuinely don't know what to do, and I've just had this email off Josh, and I I'm so lost. I'm so lost for words. I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on. If I don't get out of this contract, and if I don't get my money from Studio 71, if I don't get my money from Josh, then I've got nothing. And I've just sent the most vulnerable email to Josh about about an hour ago. And then I got this response from Josh half an hour ago, and I don't know what to do. And just to let you in on what's been happening and what's going on, a little context, I always ignore emails. I do. I don't do sponsorships. I'm well, for many reasons, but one of the main reasons is
I'm very curious to see what he's talking about here, because this sounds very serious. I know I'm joking about the books and like his accent and stuff, and now I'm thinking, sorry, it's a thing. I have a thing for accents, and I'm trying to hone in exactly what it is. I think it's like northeast kind of Newcastle way now. It's hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I'm curious to see what's happened, because he said he's in some kind of contract, and Joshua David Evans is basically like screwing him over, and his management company Studio 71 is not doing anything about it or something. I don't know. This is all already we're a minute and 44 into this video, and it's already like the stakes are high. So I'm curious as to what this is about. I don't want to open
an email and it being a scam, and having my channel get hacked and things like that, because that happens all the time, and that really scares me. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do sponsorships, and I don't do. I don't ever accept opportunities from my channel, even though my channel is like, it's the thing I'm the most proud of. It's my job, and I love it so much. It's the thing that I've even said. I did a 7-year BookTube Q&A video only like 2 months ago, when I said like, doing this job and becoming a YouTuber full time and making videos that I'm passionate about has saved my life, and I mean that literally. It has saved my life, and I feel the same way about doing social media. Like, as soon as I have started now to be monetized, like this year on a whole, like I started this year really, really depressed about my channel and my life and my social media, what I was doing. Basically, I was hoping for so many things, but they hadn't quite come true, and I was just really depressed, to be honest. The winter was a really, really rough time for me in terms of my mental health. But these past couple of months where YouTube's really picked up, and I took that initiative to be like, maybe I should just start doing drama commentary content. Like, this is something I was always being quite curious about. I think I would be quite good at it. It was just a kind of a far departure from what I was doing before for the past like 11-12 years. But since starting to like flip that content around and start doing what I'm doing now, and the way it's all grown, and thanks to Adam sharing my videos and reacting to one of them, last week, and everything, as soon as I got monetized and everything, like it feels so much lighter. Like my mental health is so much better. I have so much more hope now. I have so much more ambition. Like, I'm able to actually actualize my goals in that way. Like, I'm able to see the future a lot more clearer than I was before. So I completely sympathize with what he's saying. Never take opportunity. I just think there's no reason to it. It's not going to help me in the long run. In March, I get an email from Josh. I get an email from Joshua David Evans, and he's talking about, I've been following your channel for a while. I would love to talk to you. We are Studio 71. We help creators and things like that. And honestly, it sounded great. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Josh was awful, because he really wasn't, and he's not. Well, after this email, I'm unsure. But like, at first I was... Well, this is what we've said, because Josh is a narcissist. This is what they do. They're so charming and everything is so nice originally, and they seem to be on your side, but then something happens that will trigger that narcissistic sort of about them, and everything will come pouring out. And that's what's happened with the Adam situation, the documentary. This is what I suspect is what's happened here, so we'll see. It's like, again, I'm just going to ignore it, because I don't ever take opportunities for myself. I'm not going to sign any contracts and things like that, and I thought I knew better. I really did. And the emails was like, like, we can help you with like streaming and stuff, we can get your channel, and that's just like all I've ever really wanted, really, is just to like... honestly, I bleed for this channel. I really do. I do. And so like, it's my absolute passion and stuff. And so like, when I think, someone's going to give me an opportunity, I will ignore it, because I think it's a scam. But I recognized the name. I recognized the name Joshua David Evans about 3 years ago. Swoop. I love Swoop. I've been a follower of Swoop for a while. She did a documentary on Colleen Ballinger, and I'd never heard of Colin Ballinger before. And it was weird because I'm pretty sure I have seen Josh before. I'm pretty sure I've seen Josh before, like about 10, 15 years ago or something on YouTube. I grew up on a lot of the YouTube back in the day. I grew up on cringe content, and so I recognise his name. And after that Colin Ballinger documentary, and Colin Ballinger is an awful fucking person, by the way. She was accused of some nasty shit, and there was so much proof and evidence against her. And Joshua David Evans is her ex-husband. And after this Swoop documentary, like, he came across as like really like down to earth and really nice, and like he didn't seem to be like part of the problem and stuff like
Exactly what we were saying, but let's continue.
that. So like when he reached out about joining this thing, I was like, oh, that's Josh. Like, he's a good guy. I know he's a good guy. You know, there's things I sympathize with him, and
This is what narcissists do. Take notes, people.
you know, all this that, and the other about that whole documentary and stuff. And I replied, and I probably shouldn't have done. But in March, I was in a very vulnerable place, right? So I just been to the High School Musical tour resort to film a vlog, and the Scream House to film a vlog. And it wasn't the cheapest, but like I wanted to do it. I really, really wanted to do it. I want to make videos, but also I had. Should I mention this? I might as well. So Audio Salad, copyright claim on my videos, even though it was a false claim. And they held that money in escrow on YouTube. Whenever there's a claim, they hold it in escrow, and whoever wins the dispute, they get the money. And that was on the 10th of March. Audio Salad sent me a false copyright claim on one of my Stay Across My Bookshelves videos. And from March 10th to April 1st, the YouTube was holding that money from that video. And then on April 1st, Audio Salad rejected the claim, which meant that they would get all of that money. All of that money they've held from my ad revenue, they've taken. And
Fair use when it comes to copyright is an absolute nightmare. Like, I've heard people talk about this a lot over the years, and it can be a pain in the arse. And, you know, even though this has been a problem for years and years and years, YouTube don't tend to side with creators that much. They're not listening to me. But like, it can be difficult sometimes to get YouTube and these companies to see your side of it, and also for them to recognize fair use law and stuff. So I've seen creators that I follow, again, just over the years, and I've been on this platform for 13 years this year, and I've seen this happen time and time again. And yeah, it is a struggle, and you'd think by this point that it would be a smoother process, but it ain't. And yeah, especially when people, this is their full-time job, if a company is gonna keep all that money, it can really hinder people. So I do sympathize.
So in March, I was like already like, I felt like, oh, I'm pissing money here. I'm just losing money, and I'm making the worst financial decisions. And so I felt like I was in a pretty vulnerable place anyway. So yeah, if you don't know, yeah, Audio Salad have scammed me as well. They've stolen my money from March. And I did ask if Josh could help me with this like last week, and he didn't. I ended up sending Audio Salad like 20 emails from the start of April to like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, I'm done then. You can keep the fucking money. So that's gone. I can't get in touch with Audio Salad. But anyway, sorry, that was a tangent. In March, anyway, I was in a vulnerable place. And I thought, oh, here's someone who can see something in me. He's telling me that, oh, there's like so many opportunities we can open up for you. We can, you know, get you on Tubi, we can get you on Roku, whatever. And like, there's just so much.
Not Tubi and Roku. Please, if anyone takes any advice in this video, don't go on those platforms. Just don't accept any deal. Please, no. Keep it authentic. Don't be running off to all these little shitty little platforms. Like, why? I mean, I don't really know anything about this YouTuber, so maybe this is something they wanted to do. Maybe they've got like some kind of project that they wanted to expand or whatever. Like, fair enough if that's the case, but every time like I joked when it was to do with the documentary that it was probably Hulu who was interested in this, right? But yeah, just I mean, I go back and forth about streaming platforms anyway. I think I'm a little bit more kind of pro physical media, especially when you add up, if you're on multiple streaming platforms, like how much it costs you a month and how much you're pumping into these big corporations is a bit, as an alt girly, not quite aligning with my values. But you know, so there's that as well. I think that's probably my bias to be like, fuck streaming platform. But I love YouTube with all of my heart and always will. And I just think that it's, you know, it has changed a lot over the years. It used to be a lot more authentic, a lot more creator focused, but now it's not as much. It has become such a big thing. Like, do you guys remember when, you know, it used to be YouTube Rewind, and you know, you used to be able to point out all of your favorite creators, and like it just felt a lot more community based versus now, which I just feel like is a lot more businessy, which, you know, in some ways isn't too bad. You know, it's improved a lot over the years, I will say. But, you know, there's also that part of it that's just like, the authenticity of it all. But I think YouTube as a platform will never fully lose that. And I think that's why it has such a precedent over a lot of these big streaming platforms. But that was a rant, just because you mentioned those people. But anyway, let's continue.
What we can do for you. It'll be a great opportunity for you. And I was like, you know what, for once in my life, I'm going to listen. For once in my life, I'm not going to ignore an email. And you know what, I recognize the name, I'm going to reply, and I did. And we had a couple of meetings, and you know what, he came across as so lovely. He really did. And he was so charming.
This is what charming, literally. He literally just said the word charming, which is what we've been saying, because this is what narcissists do. This is why in the Swoop documentary, and versus what's been happening now and everything he's been saying now has been such a stark contrast and so hypocritical, because in the Swoop doc he was like, yeah, I've been reached out to by all these big corporations, these big streaming platforms, and I've said no. And now he's like begging for it basically, and is like going for revenge on his ex-wife all these years later because he's still obsessed with it. And it's just like, but we already know that, you know.
And he was like, he even sang one of the songs that I sang in one of my videos. So I was like, oh yeah, he's actually watching my videos, he's actually watching my channel. I felt great. I felt so like seen, and I was like, oh, maybe this could be the opportunity that I like knocking on my door, and I take
Bless
it.
you,
Yeah, so
mate.
I ended up
Bless
signing
you.
the contract on the 14th of April. And so why did I do that? Like, why did I do that? But like, the contract's for a year, and I in the back of my mind, I was like, if it doesn't work out, just leave. Like, it's a year, you know? And the contract is, they will take 10% from my ad revenue every month. And I wasn't really 100% sure how they were going to take that. I did freak out at the start of, what month is it now? I freaked out at the start of June, because the money goes to them first. Like, all of my money goes to them first. My ad revenue, my memberships, any donations I get in my comments and things like that, they get it. And then they send me it, and I get that. Like,
Yeah, that's how it works, and that's why going with the YouTube management isn't something that is mandatory. You don't have to do it, because yeah, they will take a lot. If it's an unethical company, they will be taking a big cut out of your YouTube money that you worked hard for, that you put all the hours into editing and posting videos for. You know, it's because it takes a lot of effort. Like, being a YouTuber is a lot. Like, a lot of people don't, like, some people think like, oh, it's quite an easy job. It depends what kind of content you make. Like, you can have a system where it's kind of the least amount of work for you but still the most effective, but a lot of the time a lot of people are putting a lot of time and effort into. I mean, even us people who were doing like the commentary things, we sit here for at least like an hour, if not more, just yapping to you guys about what's been going on, like the most recent topics. But then after that, it's, you've got to trim it down, like you got to do like bits of editing, then you got to do the thumbnail, description, posting it, like exporting videos, especially if it's a big file, takes forever. So, you know, it's a lot of effort, and you know, a lot of that, you know, if your video does well, you know, that reward from the monetization should be yours, you know, like, but if you're with a management, it's not all going to be yours. They're going to take, and again, if it's another unethical company, they're going to be taking a large cut out of that, which, you know, if you're fine with that, then okay, but, you know, it depends on the size of your channel, I guess, but just be very, very aware of that, because that's always something that's kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I know it's rubbed a lot of other people off the wrong way, and that has led to a lot of these situations where people are calling out management, saying, hey, don't go with the management, it's actually easier to just be on your own. So it's a personal call.
About 1 to 2 weeks after I would YouTube. But yeah, I thought that's the company, that's what they do. They have to add their revenue as well that they make from your channel, and like anything that you get from them, like say if they do get you on a streaming service or what have you, then obviously they need to accumulate all that money and then send you whatever's left. And I didn't really question it. And I should have. Honestly, this is the biggest life lesson I've ever learned. And I am
Always
regretting
negotiate.
all of my
Always.
decisions. You have no idea. And so I signed it. I had instant regrets. I actually did. I signed it. And like one of the first few things Josh said was, oh, this is going to be so amazing. It's going to be so exciting. Like, I've already got like sponsorships lined up, like BetterHelp. And I was like, oh, fucking not BetterHelp. Not BetterHelp. Jesus.
I love that he said not BetterHelp. The amount of creators, the fucking BetterHelp. Do you guys remember, when was this? Oh my god. I feel like this was a Shane Dawson drama where somebody like exposed BetterHelp for being a bit shady, actually, and not quite what people were advertising it as. I've got a memory of Shane Dawson talking about this. Does anybody know what I'm on about? But yeah, it's one of those things where everybody's sponsored by BetterHelp. It's one of those brands that just keeps on pumping out sponsorships. And for some creators it works, you know, but others not so much, and it looks a bit weird. So, you know, I completely understand where he's coming from. He's like, oh, not BetterHelp. Because trust and believe, I am not going to be sponsored by BetterHelp ever. Okay, Balessa on the other hand, hey girl, but I would love that sponsorship because that would align with my values, but not BetterHelp. No.
Age Christ.
Oh,
So internally,
and that's not because I'm against therapy, by the way. That's just because I'm against the company because it's a bit dodgy. Just so we're correct, all right?
it's like dying inside, and there's like a form you can fill in on the portal, and it was like, oh, is there anyone you wouldn't do sponsorships with? As soon as that call was over, BetterHelp. I won't do any sponsorships for any BetterHelp or anything that uses AI. Nothing like that. I'm not doing it. I'm not selling my soul for that. I didn't want.
Does BetterHelp use AI? I wouldn't be surprised if they do, to be fair. Like the sort of chatbot AI, can you help me with this before I go to an actual human being type shit. I can see that being the case, but props to him for being like, nothing that uses AI. We love that.
Want sponsorships. That's not what I'm doing it for. I wanted to get my channel out. I want people to see my videos. I want people to, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit about freaking trying to sell people shit I'm not going to fucking use. But yeah, that's my own fault, isn't it? Like, I do blame myself.
For that.
I really do. I blame myself for signing a contract that, honestly, I thought was fine. And if I'd known how things are going to transpire, So, it takes about a month. Probably about a month before I kind of get another call with Josh, and he's like, oh, we're doing like an optimization for your channel and stuff, we're going to do a report and things like this. And I was like, oh great, maybe you can like tell me where I need to improve, maybe you can tell me which videos I might do well and I should focus on. And
you don't need a management for that, that's just all in your analytics, but go off with the lie.
Things that maybe you don't do so well and I shouldn't do. And so I was waiting with anticipation for this optimization report. They were going through a merger, so obviously like things would take some time. So I didn't really mind it taking too much longer, to be fair. But then I get the optimization report, and I think it was like the 18th of May. So exactly a month ago today, Monday the 18th of May, it was exactly a month ago today as I'm filming this. And the optimization report, oh my God. Again, I could have cried. Josh was on the call. He has his PowerPoint presentation, and he's like, so this is kind of like idea we have for your channel, like the brand that we can do for your channel. You know, we think you would fit like this really like this Blues Clues, Mr. Rogers kind of persona thing. And I'm sitting there like, fucking Blues Clues. Do you know I go to haunted places and dress up as fucking nuns singing Sister Act? I swear on my channel all the time. I talk about sex quite a lot. I do cringy skits half the time as well. Dance around the High School Musical tour resort, dressed as Sharpie fucking Evans. And you're telling me...
Wait, pause. He's saying all this. I need to have a scroll through his channel. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see if we can see anything. First of all, that's really fun. I bet that was done by an artist. A really cool banner he's got there. Let's have a look what we can see. Stephen King. The nun things there. Look at that. That's really funny. I'm trying to find the Sharpay one. not Traitors with the fucking wig. Oh my god. Where? Scream. High School Musical. No way. Oh my god. He literally dressed up as Sharpay in the... How did he get that bloody tankini set? I need to know. I would love. And he went to the real lava spring, and he did what looks like what a lot of people do when they go to that filming location, which is like recreate the iconic song that Zac Efron did. I need to watch High School Musical. Yeah, that actually, I need to make my boyfriend watch High School Musical with me. To be fair, I've mentioned it before, and he says he's actually very down for that. So, so I'm really excited for that because High School Musical 2 is the best one. It is the best one, okay? But I am living for that. Anyway, I just needed to get the evidence of what he was talking about there. But I love that.
I should be like act more like a Blue's Clues host. I should do things like that. I was like, I mean,
yeah,
I didn't
that makes
say
no
anything.
sense.
Like, again, I should have said more. I should have been more vocal. I know. I genuinely should have done, and I regret that I didn't. I regret that I didn't speak up a little bit more in the moment. But I was just sitting there, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna listen because like this presentation's just begun. And then he's talking about, oh, these are the colours that we should focus on as well. We got like terracotta and things like this. And I was just like, what the fuck has this got to do with my channel? How is this going to help me in my...
Not the millennial terracotta, listen. It's like the millennial beige. It's the same shit. Like, so I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to like dumb him down, trying to like make everything very plain, which has nothing to do. Like we just had like one scroll through his channel there. We could already see way more like character and personality in his thumbnails and stuff. Very fun videos. So yeah, like Josh, what are you on about?
Channel and grow and improve and things like that. Fucking terracotta for my thumbnails or what terracotta in my room? Like where are these colours coming from? How is this going to help? Talking about merch. I'm not gonna lie, some of the merch did sound pretty good. I will say that some of the merch sounded pretty good. But at the same time, I'm like, and then he's talking about the streaming services, and like, okay, like that's great. Like I would love to do the streaming services. Get my videos on other platforms, amazing. That would be so good. Another revenue stream, fantastic. We can fund more videos, and I can go to more places and do.
Okay, I can get it for that from that point, but how many people actually use Tubi and like Roku like YouTube? I don't know. Maybe this is just me because I'm not really that educated on this side of things, but like, I don't know, man. I'm still a YouTube girly down. I mean, yeah, I can understand it, like I say, from the extra like money stream side of it, but I don't know.
All of this, that, and the other. I didn't vocalize exactly what I thought of like half of that presentation, and I wanted to know like how he would actually like physically help me. Okay, so that week I was posting that Sherlock Holmes video, and I just wanted to see what he could do. I did. Like, it was almost like a test. I was like, okay, so I got a Sherlock Holmes video coming up. It's Sherlock Holmes Day on Friday, and it's Monday. And I was like, can I get some like guidance on this thumbnail? Can I just like have some help on this thumbnail? Maybe the title as well. Maybe you can tell me about the title. And honestly, again, like my heart dropped when I got the response. I'll show you what my original thumbnail was I sent them.
That's really funny.
I was just like, what do you suggest? Like, what can you do with this? Do you need me to take more photos so like we can like brainstorm the thumbnail a little bit more, what have you? And he sends me these two thumbnails. Oh my god, they're just awful. They are just, in my opinion,
that's AI looking slop that they've used there with the background pictures, and yeah, his thumbnail felt so much more authentic to his brand and everything, and yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely awful. And have you seen my face? Oh my god. I've never seen a thumbnail of me look so ugly. I'm sorry, but that's diabolical. That is absolutely diabolical. And the title suggestions and the kind of rhetoric that was in this email, it sounded like ChatGPT. It did.
This is what we were saying though about Josh's message to Adam. The bullet points. Those damn fucking bullet points. If you've ever used ChatGPT, you know that, yeah, it loves a bullet point and it loves a little emoji, like the little hand thing like that. It loves all of that. Chat loves that. So I strongly think that Joshua David Evans is a ChatGPT user down. And he doesn't even edit it. He just leaves it all there. Like, he just trusts AI with his soul. And this is where we're at. Insane that we have yet another example of this. But let's continue.
And I was like, this is the first thing I'm asking for help for like a tangible thing I'm asking for help. And this sounds like ChatGPT. And this, honestly, I'll show you the screenshot on the screen. It sounds like ChatGPT.
Let me just zoom in a second just to see what we're dealing with here. Okay, so it says, hope you're doing well, buddy. Our team sent over a couple of thumbnail and title pairing suggestions for its upcoming Friday release. And I wanted to pass them along to you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Attached images will correspond with the pairings below. Thumbnail text, are you serious? Yeah, so as soon as it goes into like the bullet points, yeah, this is very ChatGPT. The way that this is formatted is very, very ChatGPT. Even like the end, which I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Yeah, like for not senior manager, creator partnerships for Josh with David Evans. Oh my god. Title, Sherlock Holmes is way different than you expected. Oh my god, yeah. So even the title, the title suggestions and everything are so ChatGPT coded. It's insane. Yeah, that is definitely chat. Definitely chat.
And I don't want to accuse people of using AI, but I think that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
It left a really bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I don't want to work with someone who's using ChatGPT. I don't want to be using someone who's using AI for these suggestions.
Exactly.
And so I wanted actual help. I need help.
Literally.
I wanted something. And that's not what I got from this. It's not what I got from this. And my heart again dropped. It plummeted. And this was on May 20th. Then the next thing I asked for help with was the audio salad scam. Them take the money. And I give him all the screenshots and everything. He's telling me things I already know. The good news is the video is currently monetized and normally and continues to generate revenue. I know. Oh my god, I know. I have access to my studio. I know this. So again, I'm just like, okay, the two things I've asked for help with, they're taking 10% of my money from April. They're taking 10% from June. And if I even get any of my money back, I'm genuinely concerned I'm getting nothing. I'm genuinely concerned they've taken everything. And they're going to continue to take everything.
That's crazy.
There is a thing in my YouTube studio that says revoke access from Studio 71. If I click that button before the contract is terminated, they can hold my money.
Wow.
I feel like they're going to hold it anyway. And still, they're able to take from it right now. And I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I also panicked about getting paid as well. There was a whole thing at the start of June when I was like, I got paid a little bit from Google AdSense, but that was because when I signed the contract on April 14th, I got paid from April 1st to the 13th or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and I panicked at first. I thought, oh my God, have I been hacked? Has my money been stolen? And like Josh did like calm me down. He was like, hey, you haven't been hacked. We have your money. It comes through us now. This is the statement. Again, like I even said like how anxious I was about that whole prospect. I did. And this was again at the very start of June. And all the stuff that was happening with Adam McIntyre and all of the drama stuff happening with them, that only happened last week. That only started happening last week.
Yeah.
All of these issues and problems I've had.
Like I say, the timing is crazy. The timing is crazy, but I'm so glad that he's coming out with this.
Have been going on since I signed that goddamn contract. And I'm just absolutely... So I'm trying to get out of this contract. I'm trying so hard to get out of this contract. And I sent an email to Josh on the 14th of June. And that was 4 days ago. All of the stuff was happening with Adam McIntyre online as well. And let me tell you, I was feeling so uncomfortable that my YouTube manager was doing that online, that behavior. I'm not going to go into it here. If you want to find out more about what's going on there, because this is not about that drama or anything like that. There's loads of videos that Adam's done, that other channels have done. Josh has posted a couple of videos as well. That again just enhances how uncomfortable I am with the conduct of my YouTube manager. And
exactly.
That's the Studio 71 as a whole. I genuinely feel like me saying that is going to blow back in my face right now because I'm in a contract that I'm still not out of yet. But I don't know what else to do. I have no contact information for anyone else at Studio 71. And I tried to fill in an online form on the portal today. I sent them an email and I got an email from Josh. I can't talk to anyone from there. But I sent this email to...
That's crazy, because it's obviously Josh that's pulling the strings, but he just wants anyone else. Anyone else. That's crazy. You know, I feel genuinely really bad for this creator, because they're quite clearly in a horrible situation. Yeah, they're, like, holding his money. Which, again, this is what some managements do. They it's so risky, like handing over all of your money pretty much to, or like all the management of your money to these people. That's why I kind of don't recommend that people get managements and you just kind of do everything by yourself and learn how to negotiate yourself, because these people will just screw you over.
Josh, to try and get out of this contract, I said, "Hi Joshua, I hope you're doing well. I can see that you've been really busy. So I do apologise for adding more to
I love that. That's so funny.
yours and Studio 71's plate. I also in no way assume opportunities or working together will be a quick process, as I only signed the Studio 71 contract 2 months ago today, but I am wondering if we can come to a mutual agreement to terminate the contract early. Firstly, I do take blame for not being more vocal in my expectations of what this partnership would entail and what I would be getting out of it, and I should have absolutely asked more questions before signing the contract on the 14th of April. I never take opportunities for myself despite trying to be a successful YouTuber these last 7 years, but I did really want to try, so I took the leap of faith with you. I thank you for seeing something in me when you reached out months ago, and I did get carried away with the ideas and possibilities that could come from this. And honestly, the amount of times I don't take opportunities for myself, I don't. Because I just think it's going to blow up in my face. And again, look what's happening here. I'm losing faith that I'm even going to be able to do anything more with my channel. I think I made it clear from our early meetings that I want to focus on growing my channel and making the best videos I can possibly make without changing who I am as a person as my primary goal. I did love the idea of potentially getting my videos onto other platforms for an additional revenue stream, as well as more eyeballs on the content I love to make. But I've taken some time to think about things since our previous call that I would rather just stick to YouTube and growing there independently. I was hopeful that
That sentence right there is the correct decision. This is what we should all be doing. These management companies, a lot of the time, will be like this, so I'm glad that he's trying to do this at least.
After you told me the team have done an optimization report on my channel, that the call would have been about my actual channel, where I can improve specific content I can focus on, ways in which I can grow, etc. The optimization report ended up being completely different to what I expected. I understand from a business perspective that brand and identity is a major player, but I should have said in the moment, but the Mr. Rogers Blues Clues suggested identity branding couldn't be further from who I am as a person or the videos I want to make.
I'm glad he's being honest.
I want to make. I go to scary locations to read horror books. I solve Agatha Christie books dressed as a character called Slagatha Christie. I blog my experience reading books, and there's a whole lot of rude humour. I make my way through all of Stephen King's books, and a lot more that I just have no clue where any of that suggested branding would come into any of that. I did send a list of my video plans. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I did send a list of my video plans and ideas for the rest of the year on the 18th of May, which I didn't get a response to, which is fine, but also I'm just wondering how any of the suggestions will be implemented in anything I do, really. Another big problem I have with Josh is that I send an email and I don't get a response.
That's crazy.
That email I sent on the 18th of May, I sent him all of my video ideas for the rest of the year. All of them. It was a massive email as well, and I was like, okay, take a few days to reply. But no, he was too busy. It was on the 18th of May. He was too busy focusing on this Colin Ballinger documentary, apparently.
Yeah.
And
literally.
Doing ChatGPT for my Sherlock Holmes video.
Yeah, literally.
And called it a day. I want to focus on my channel. I do. I want to focus on the videos I make. I'm passionate about the videos that I make. And I want to make bigger and better videos. I do. That's what I love. That's why I love what I do. And that entire email was ignored by my YouTube manager.
Which is insane.
He didn't respond to that.
Insane.
And then when I said my initial anxiety about the financial stuff on the 1st of June, he was like, okay, how are you feeling about this? And I told him, I was so honest about it. I was like, I feel sick to my stomach, I'm not going to lie, that I don't have control of my finances. And I'm looking forward to when I actually can get control of them again. Yeah. And he didn't reply. And I highlighted just how sickening it felt to not have...
What a shit YouTube manager. This is his YouTube man. This is insane. I'm sorry for that screenshot, by the way, but like... What a shit YouTube manager. I want to say, like, you can't see it because I'm in the way, but the top suggested video here is the one from Adam saying that Joshua David Evans is a grifter. And Lord, I agree with that. This is insane. This is even more insane than I was expecting. I won't lie.
Control of my money. He ignored it. He didn't reply to that. And then on the 3rd of June, he sent me a response, being like, oh, just making sure you got paid. And I did. I got paid a day late. Because he said, oh, maybe the 1st. But, it could take a few days. It could. International, payments and stuff could take a few days. All the other stuff, weekends and whatnot. So I could end up getting paid, like, up to, like, the 4th, for instance. And my rent comes out on the 1st of every month. And a lot of my payments come out at the end of a month and start of the month as well. So that's just not helpful to me. So I said that, like, not having a fixed date and a fixed payment date makes me sick to my stomach. And he didn't reply. He didn't reply. And
That's
that was
crazy.
on the 1st of June. I sent that email. He sent a message on the 3rd of June. Oh, making sure that you got paid. Also, he has a few pictures of my other client who came into the studio in California. One day, buddy, you can go to California too and film in this studio. Film fucking what? I read books. What am I doing in your studio? And how the hell am I going to get there in the first place? I live in the UK. I'm not paying for flights. Are you going to pay for the flights? Send me pictures of your other client in this freaking studio. What good is that?
That's crazy.
How does that help me?
Yeah.
I'm literally telling you I'm sick to my stomach about this payment stuff. Oh, here's my client who came in to the studio. I don't give a shit.
The level of delusion is absolutely insane. Like, he's clearly not taking this seriously, which, you know, we can tell from the way he's been handling the Adam McIntyre situation of it all. But, oh my god, man. Wow.
I don't give a shit. I don't know how the visual aesthetic and colour palette portion of the presentation could also be implemented into anything I do, and especially in regards to the long list of video plans and current series that I do, and are the few things on my channel that are popular. I thought maybe the report would be like, this series you do is popular in the niche, but these are some ideas to bring that to a wider audience, not choose between Oxford Blue or Terracotta for your video aesthetic. I'm perplexed. I don't think my vision...
Now that's on a merge. I'm perplexed. But honestly, yeah, like, crazy that you was trying to be like, yeah, you can use blue and terracotta for your branding now. Huh? How is that gonna help his growth? How is that gonna help his growth? Like, as a YouTube manager, how is that gonna help? At all? Just... The mind boggles. There's a line with
Studio 71's vision, and I wonder if we both expected something completely different, and there's just been a misunderstanding somewhere. The other booktuber you suggested I collaborate with, where I would adopt the straight man persona, and they would pick a chaotic TBR, and I would be the calm and collected one trying to stop them from being too chaotic, just doesn't sound like me. That's another thing you suggested. I collaborate with another book person that they represent, and they would be all crazy and chaotic picking a TBR, and I would have to calm them down and be like, no, like, don't pick that for your TBR. What? Again, like...
That's the most GCSE drama suggestion he could have said. Like, are we all in agreement here? That is GCSE drama coded, for real.
I feel like you don't know who I am as a person. I'm not the straight man in every sense of the word. Like... every sense of the word, I'm not the straight man. Even in the comedy, I know he's talking about the comedy sense when he's talking about the straight man persona. He's talking in comedy terms. Again, I have paraded around a haunted, abandoned nunnery, dressed as a nun, singing Sister Act. I have been to the High School Musical tour resort, and I was on that golf course, pretending to be Troy fucking Bolton.
Yes.
I was at that pool, pretending to be Sharpie fucking Evans. I even did a split screen doing Gabriella and Troy. What part of that is straight? What part of that is a straight man, even in a comedy duo? Would a straight man in a comedy duo do that?
True.
What?
And I'm living for it.
That idea was so bad. It was so bad. I'm sorry. It was... You don't know who I am. You genuinely... All of this talk that we had before I signed the contract, I thought you were watching my videos. When you were like... I sang a bit of Believe by Cher at the start of one of my videos, and then the next Zoom call we did...
Fun fact, when me and my boyfriend went to Manchester for my 25th birthday back in December, we went to one of the gay bars on Canal Street, because we love the gays. We love a key in a gay bar. It's so much better than the straight bars. And they had karaoke on. It was like drag hosted karaoke. I was up there singing Paramore and ABBA, and my boyfriend got up and sang Believe by Cher, and they were loving it. They loved both of us. It was key, and I can't wait to go back.
He started the Zoom call, do you believe in life after love? I was like, okay, he watches. He knows who I am. He knows who I am. He understands who I am. No, like, that's totally not what's ended up happening.
Yeah.
I feel like I've signed this contract under false pretense.
He watched maybe one video and was like, I've got him. I can charm him with this element. Because again, narcissist. They will find one thing they can go, ha, we got it. And they will milk that for all it's worth. And that's precisely probably what's happened with this. And again, I feel so bad for this Gavin guy, because he's clearly in a really difficult spot, especially when his money is involved. And Joshua David Evans is just, he's a shit YouTube manager. How is he senior manager at this company doing the creative partnerships? How is he a senior manager? Like, just because he's been on YouTube a long time, like, that's probably the only thing, because otherwise he's not showing any kind of skill or care about the creators at all. He's all about, look what we can do, like the guy was saying about the other client going to the LA studio or whatever. Like, that's all he's about, is the money and the flashy side of things. Like, that's, and kind of showing off, I guess, which is kind of what's been shown with the documentary drama of it all, but even more so with this. So crazy.
Yeah, so I said, doesn't sound like me at all. I went to the High School Musical tour resort and recreated a few of the music portions of Public, which he knows about. I performed a sister act dressed as a nun in a haunted nunnery. I do crazy challenges sometimes when I go to abandoned creepy places, and there is no way I'm the straight man in a comedy duo, while the other person is the wacky and fun one. I understand that was most likely just a suggestion, but it's still a suggestion that shows I'm being misrepresented.
Yep.
I'm cringe and I do skits a lot of the time. I dress up in costumes and I take the piss out of myself, and there was nothing in the optimization report that led me to believe I was in the right hands. And that was me being as honest as I possibly could about something that I'm essentially paying for 10% of my money every month.
Literally. Yeah.
And this was my way of telling him, okay, I'm being honest now. I'm being honest. I didn't like the optimization report.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Continue lying about it? The merchandise ideas and everything sounded absolutely fine. Though again, I'm sure I did say at one point that those kinds of things isn't really my focus. I don't take sponsorships, and even the suggested ones like BetterHelp goes against everything I believe in when it comes to integrity. Mm-hmm. Literally, as soon as I signed that contract, the first sponsorship you mentioned was BetterHelp. And I died inside.
Literally, yeah.
I gotta say, anything from Studio 71 in these first 2 months that has so far benefited me. I know it would take time for that first step you mentioned, the identity evolution rollout and thumbnail optimization, but even then, those thumbnails for the Sherlock Holmes videos, for instance, were horrendous. I know I gave zero time for it, as I said on the Monday that I needed the video out on the Friday for Sherlock Holmes Day. I wasn't expecting much, and guidance was all I really needed. An opinion on the thumbnail I had already made and title I had already prepared. I understand the team must have taken the thumbnail shot of me from the introduction of my video, but even just the design of the thumbnails were not really good. The titles and explanations to pair with the thumbnails in the email also sound like they came from ChatGPT. And I don't want to say that's exactly what was used when I asked for some guidance for my Sherlock Holmes video, but I ended up having to stick to my original plan for the Sherlock thumbnail and title, as unfortunately Studio 71's suggestions and thumbnails were unusable. It doesn't give me hope for what this identity evolution and thumbnail optimization would entail, whenever that should start. I again acknowledge it was a quick turnaround that was needed, but it wasn't a great first impression on what the team can do. This just eventually ended up. Honestly, you saw how racked with anxiety I was over payments from Studio 71 not having a fixed date, and handing over control of my finances was a risky move on my part that I did agree to in the contract, but I had no idea there was no fixed payment date. Just saying around the 1st generally could mean I could end up getting paid on the 4th, depending on time zone, weekend, bank holidays, etc. And since I am much further ahead in time zone, international pays can be delayed.
Yep.
I did get paid on the 2nd, which is better than I was expecting, but it's still considered late to me. I'm going to constantly worry for the next 11 months around payday, and that is the main reason why I would like to agree to early termination of the contract.
Yep.
You did email to ask how I was feeling on the 1st of June, and I did respond with how worried I am and how stressed I am, which didn't get a direct response from you. I also asked questions about payments on the 22nd of May, which I had to follow up on and finally get a response on the 28th of May. Oh my god, again, that's something I remember too. I emailed on the 22nd of May, so after I thought I'd been scammed and so he was like, oh, don't worry, like, we have your money. I sent an email being like, oh, well, can you, like, let me know some more details about this? Like, can you please, like, let me know about, like, the Great British Pound, kind of, what's the word, conversion and things like that. There was so many things I asked questions for, and I didn't get a response. And I sent that on May 22nd, and yeah, on the 28th of May, I followed it up, because he didn't reply. That was is that the 3rd time I've sent an email and he just didn't reply? So far, I was worrying the entire time about being paid. You did ask on the 3rd of June if I received the money, but none of my concerns in that email was addressed, and there was no reassurance or solution to delayed payments in the future, so again, it was just something I've noted. I guess the slow replies have been a factor into making me feel this way. Again, like, this just, as a client, I just expected to not be ignored for as long as I have been, and it gets worse. It does get worse. I understand there was a lot going on behind the scenes at the company, but you also mentioned on the 3rd of June that you were talking to the OTT team about distributing my content on MSN. How did that go? It's the 14th of June.
MSN. Okay, 20 years ago. Distributing his content on MSN. Now, I looked up MSN a while ago. MSN is, as far as I'm aware, just kind of like a news sharing platform now. It's like similar to what MySpace is now, because MySpace still exists, but it's not like the Facebook that it used to be kind of thing. It literally just is like news articles, and I think MSN's a similar thing. So why are they sharing it on MSN? I don't know. It's very weird.
June as I'm writing this, and it doesn't feel like I'm in the loop about anything. So he did say on the 3rd of June, talking to the OTT team today about getting your content on MSN. I didn't hear anything again after that until this email when I said, hey, that was the 3rd of June. It's now the 14th of June as I'm writing this. How did it go? What happened? Because again, I'm not being in the loop about anything. And that's how I feel. I just feel
which is really bad etiquette.
And that's one of the reasons why, again, why I'm so racked with anxiety about this whole thing. It takes
which
so long to reply to things, if he replies at all. And I'm sat here just sick, absolutely sick. And then the one paragraph I mention, the stuff that's happening with Adam McIntyre right now.
Here we go.
Now, finally, I really hope you're doing okay, Joshua. I've seen a lot from your Instagram stories and recent online discussions regarding your behaviour with specific people online, and a lot of it has made me uncomfortable to remain locked in this contract. I've already had doubts with everything I've listed above, and again, I have since signing the contract, but it seems like everything that is happening online with you is taking up a lot more of your time and attention.
Clock it.
And now the dates are lining up because apparently the documentary stuff started 14th of May or something like that.
Yeah, it did.
And
we know from Adam's video.
It definitely sounds like this is taking up a little bit too much of his time and attention that I feel as a client, I have been completely sidelined. I understand you must be going through things, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best, but it's also hard for me to see how you're responding to people.
Sorry, have you guys seen those videos maybe on Instagram, and it's those people recreating, like, doing like a Kardashian style skit where they go sorry, I keep yawning, I don't know why. Apologies. But have you seen those videos where it's literally like, I'm going through a lot, and it's a lot that I'm going through, and then it'll switch to the other person, and they'll be holding like a mop, and they'll go, yeah, I know, it's a lot that you're going through, and you're going through a lot, and I understand that you're going through a lot, and then they'll go back and forth like that for a while with the dramatic music behind it. Like, that's what that reminded me of. Every single time anyone says anything like that now, just my brain starts playing those videos. Again, I'm sorry for the yawning, Jesus. Apologies. Jeez. My brain is tired. I apologize. The drama's too much.
Well, online right now, and the approaches you are taking to your current circumstances. In regards to my position as a client and my channel and finances, I would feel much more comfortable if I could be released from the contract so I can go back to focusing on what is important to me, and that is my channel and making videos for my audience.
There we go.
Hopefully that sounds agreeable, and if you could let me know, that would be great. Hope you're having a good day, Gavin. And I did get a response later that day. Not a problem at all, Gavin. I'll get you off-boarded this week, Joshua.
Wow.
Like, he just literally, he wrote K.
Oh my god.
He was like, not reading all that. Sorry it happened. That is literally what it felt like. I was like, oh.
That's crazy that he would just flick him off the edge. Off you go. Bing. Like he's an annoying little fly on the edge. Boop. Gone. What the fuck, man? That's insane. Wow. I mean, yeah, good on Gavin for wanting to get out of that, because this is still sounding so horrendously unethical. And I'm agreeing even more with Adam McIntyre's title of his video saying he's a grifter, because it certainly sounds like he was just doing this because he needed a job and not because he actually cared about it. Bearing in mind, this is this is Mr. I don't want to be online. I just want to be doing my own thing. Like, I'm sorry for the yawning, Jesus. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to accept that my brain is in yawn mode. Does anyone else who's a bit neurospicy do this? I yawn all the time, and I'm like a chronic yawner. I don't really get it, but anyway. But yeah, like, he's clearly like just been doing this for the money, and he's basically like, well, I don't want to be in front of the camera unless it's about a documentary. Then I'll become a drama channel, I guess. But like, this is all just so very bizarre. And hey, we've said from the beginning that Joshua being a YouTube manager of some sorts is weird anyway, but this is just kind of confirmed everything.
Okay, but like at least he said yes. He said not a problem. I was like, oh my god, amazing. I was
I'm
actually so
free.
happy. So I followed it up. I said, let me know if there's anything I can do on my end. I appreciate it. That was the 14th of June. I heard nothing again from that.
Wow.
So I follow up again on the 16th of June, 2 days later. And again, I'm giving him 2 days to respond. And I feel like that's enough. When he's my YouTube manager, I feel like that's enough time to give. I say, hi, Joshua.
Yeah, it's a level of professionalism that is just missing throughout this entire thing, which, again, I'm not surprised about personally. But it's just insane considering everything else that's happening. I mean, yeah, like Aaron's been saying, and like, you know, is quite obvious, the fact that this whole documentary thing and the whole Adam McIntyre of it all has been taking up all of his time. He has been sat with those damn cats, and he has been stewing about how he can get revenge on Colleen for all those years ago, and also how he can get revenge on the Muckers and Adam McIntyre, and how Adam McIntyre bullied him when he was 12, and then I wonder if he's gonna make another sarcastic video in his car. Do you guys, if you watched my last video, you know, like right at the end is right before I was about to edit it, I needed to check something just on one of his on the video, but then I saw that he posted the new video of the one in his car, and that hence why I did the little bit of reaction at the end of that video, because I was just like, I have to add this on the end because it was insane. It was Joker level psychotic, psychopath fucking narcissist behavior. Like, it's scary, man. And this is just, again, adding so much more of a layer on top of everything else that's already happened, which isn't surprising, but is also very, very curious.
Okay, if you get a moment, could you let me know what the next steps for the offboarding are? Is this a relatively quick process? Do I need to sign anything? Do I need to remove access to my studio? Let me know when you can, and have a good day. That was on the 16th of June. And then he does send a lot more. He does. On the 17th of June, he sends...
Oh my god.
I understand why...
Locked in. We are locked in, because fucking hell. Is that Times New Roman? Is he sending emails in Times New Roman? He is. It looks like Times New Roman to me. Why is he sending it in a serif font? What are you doing, Joshua David Evans? Like, for real. You are a sad little man. Somebody said, because in my last video I was like, we need to get a t-shirt that says Joshua David Evans, you are a sad little man. But somebody said, you know, you could literally just shorten that to you are a sad little man, and that would sell. So maybe we'll actually do that. I don't know.
What you've seen online would make you incredibly uncomfortable. If I were only viewing the situation through the limited lens of drama channels and commentary videos, I'd probably feel shocked and angry too. Can I just point out, anything that I said about the stuff that's happening with Adam McIntyre online, that was a footnote in that massive email that I sent with all of my content. This
just proves how obsessed with this stuff he is, because he's literally opening this email with that. That's crazy. That's the first thing. That's the last thing that Gavin said in his email, and it's the first thing that Josh is touching on. He's so worried about his persona. He's so worried about this, that the mask is slipping, that people aren't actually siding with him, that he's like, well, yeah, I would understand if this was your only impression of me, that you'd be concerned as well, but I'm not like that. Wink. Like, the fact that he's starting with that, also, I'm just going to adjust my brightness on my webcam just a tiny bit, because I know I'm looking a little bit dark right now. But, like, yeah, overall, what the hell, man? Like, that's crazy. But again, just proves literally everything that we've ever really said about him. Being a narcissist and obsessed with how he's coming across, and just obsessed with being the victim. And being like, I'm a nice guy, I promise. I'm a nice guy. Please.
I had paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs with my concerns of how I've been treated as a client.
Literally.
And everything else.
Yeah.
One paragraph where I said, it's making me uncomfortable. I don't like what you're doing online. The only reason this is happening is because Adam never told me he didn't like the idea of the doc and decided to publicly shame me and my wife instead.
Oh my god, this entire email is going to be about this fucking documentary, isn't it? He's so obsessed. He's so obsessed. Oh my god, right. Fucking brace yourselves, people. Jesus.
Reached out privately. He could have said it was a bad idea. He ranted on a video and live stream without ever communicating with me after years of being chill with one another.
You didn't know each other, you weren't friends. We said that in my last video. Adam said it himself. What the hell? But hey, him saying that was cringy, right, guys? Zen. And we continue.
I was like, I don't need to know. I genuinely do not need to know. My email was not regarding the drama online. I don't agree with what Josh is doing online. I really don't. Again, it was making me so freaking uncomfortable seeing all of that unfolding. As I am a client, I filmed a video in Wales last weekend. I think Adam posted his video. Joshua David Evans just threatened me, I think maybe the day before I left to go on this trip. And that's what I was thinking of. I'm trying to film this big video for my channel that I'm posting in a couple of months. And this is in the back of my mind. I'm like, what's my YouTube manager doing? What's happening? Literally. What's going on? And it's so freaking bizarre. It's so weird.
I couldn't imagine being him and watching all this unfold when you're a client of his. Can you imagine? Let's all imagine for a second the second-hand embarrassment you're getting from this. Well, not even second-hand, just embarrassment. Just pure, disgrace, disappointment, and just embarrassment. Insane.
Again, I mentioned the tiniest part of that in that email because leading up to that moment, so much had happened that I wanted to get out anyway. But the stuff that was happening online with Adam, that was the last straw for me. And I was like, okay, I need to get out of this. It's this bit. What surprised me wasn't your reaction. It was that after all the conversations we've had and the rapport we've built, your first instinct was to criticize everything we've discussed and presented me in our conversations in a way that feels very emotionally reactive rather than grounded. All I've ever done is treat you with kindness.
That's literally similar to what you were saying to Adam about, we're cool, bro. I thought we were cool, bro. See you at VidCon, bro. The behavior repeats itself, but this is another thing why I'm saying he's a narcissist, because the patterns of behavior will continue to repeat themselves with narcissists. It's a pattern. It's a cycle that they keep repeating and they can't help themselves. So, again, like with everything, let this be a lesson to you all. But, about narcissists. But oh my god, the way that the language is basically the same, what he's using with Gavin, the way he was using with Adam, is blowing my mind.
Literally, I poured my heart out in that email. You wanted me to be honest about how I feel I've been treated, and you're saying I'm acting emotionally reactive rather than grounded?
The gaslighting as well is insane.
You open up this email about something totally unrelated to my situation, and you go into that you're surprised. What surprised me wasn't your reaction. It was that after all the conversation we had, the rapport we built. I'm sorry, but again,
I only just noticed he used rapport. He said rapport with Adam as well. It's literally the same. It's copy-paste. His vocabulary doesn't change. It's the same thing. Because he said to Adam, like, we built up such a rapport, bro. The way this is copy and paste is insane. But again, this just proves further he's a narcissist piece of shit.
I'm your client. And again, you have been lovely in those calls. Absolutely. I'm not attesting that. I'm not saying you were awful. But I had concerns and I emailed you about them, and you're replying with this? That I'm not treating you right? That all you've ever done is treat me with kindness? This is about your job. This is about the job that I was expecting from you. Literally. This is about me giving you 10% of my ad revenue every month and not feeling like I'm getting anything.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. Are you trying to say that none of my concerns are valid? I gave you a massive email telling you exactly how I felt, and I don't get it. I don't get it. The reality
It's not all about you, Josh. It's not all about you. But clearly in Josh's world it is.
is that this situation is far more nuanced than the version currently being presented online. The video I'm releasing isn't some angry rant or threats. Okay, so he hadn't released his video yet. He was threatening to release a video, an expose on Adam McIntyre and addressing the drama.
In an email with his client. This is insane. He's so obsessed. He's not addressed any of Galvin's concerns or anything he talked about in his email apart from the Adam McIntyre of it all. I mean, are we surprised? No. But also, God, this is... Wow. I'm honestly lost for words. The blatant narcissism continues. It truly, truly does.
And the video hadn't come out yet as of sending me this email. And it was being posted all online and everything. Obviously, I could say it. I've been following Josh for years on Instagram. He's been following me. So I see everything he posts. And so, yeah, he's talking about this video he's releasing, like, which honestly I've watched, and that video was awful. The video, oh my God. It just solidified in me even more, like, I need to get away from this.
Yeah.
I need to escape this contract so badly. I need to escape the shadow of this man. What he's saying, what? That video...
Not the Lady Gaga mention. He said, shadow of a man. I'm wearing my mayhem. I DIY'd like this off-the-shoulder Lady Gaga sort of dress from a 2XL mayhem t-shirt where I cut the neckline, if you're wondering what I'm wearing. But that's funny that we had Lady Gaga mentioned in there, but anyway.
I thought maybe there would be some reasoning in it, at least, but the more he went on, the more he talked, I was like, oh my God, this is unhinged, this is so bad, I can't believe this. And he's talking about Adam,
away.
They've added their own twist to this entire situation and doubled down to the point where it seems so black and white. I'm trolling online on purpose, because that is exactly what these people want. And
this is what he said in his video. This is what we were saying in my last video. How he's literally admitting that he's been like knowing what he's doing the entire time, and he's doing this to be manipulative and spin the narrative. This is what we said in my last video. So the fact that he's saying it not only in his video, but also in the email that he sent to his client before he even made the video, this man is obsessed and sad. Wow. I'm fascinated, honestly. This is... thank you to everybody who said to watch this video, because... Wow.
Function off of. They picked a fight and are now playing the victim because I decided to not remain silent.
No, you're... So now he's the victim. You know? Because apparently that's how that works. Oh my God.
You're purposefully goading people online. This is the behaviour I'm seeing of you.
Literally.
Honestly, if I had no idea what this whole Adam McIntyre situation was, I would still be concerned. I'm like, why are you provoking people online? This is not the right behaviour of a YouTube manager.
Literally.
I'm scared of you. The stuff you're posting online, I'm scared of you. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe the way it was going on, and this video is not about that. But this is Josh admitting he's doing it on purpose. He's trolling people online on purpose.
Literally.
What? How is that the right way of going about things?
So
if
pathetic,
you feel slighted by Adam, why are you purposefully goading him and his followers? It doesn't make any sense. The only person who's looking bad in this is you.
Yeah.
You're acting terribly, and you're admitting to acting terribly.
Literally.
You're making everything so much worse.
Yeah.
My video was a calm discussion about a handful of simple moments that got twisted, amplified, and turned into something much bigger than they ever were. The main thing I remember from the video you posted was that you said at 12 years old, you were out skateboarding. Whereas Adam, at 12 years old, was bullying you. You were in your 30s at the time.
Literally. This is what we were saying in my video. Again, the mind boggles. The mind absolutely boggles because, yeah, he was literally saying in his 30s he was getting bullied by a 12-year-old boy. By a 12-year-old Adam McIntyre. Which still blows my mind every single time I say it. How on earth did you let yourself be bullied by a 12-year-old? Like, how fragile do you have to be in your 30s to be like, I'm getting bullied by a 12-year-old? Please. Please, please, please.
And Adam was groomed and abused by your ex-wife.
Literally.
At 12 years old.
Yep.
I don't get that. You're talking about how scared you were that these documentary people reached out to you and how, oh, it's bringing all these memories back and I feel traumatized and triggered by it and I didn't think it was a good idea. And so you were saying that that was your initial reaction. And yeah, I seem to recall in a message to Adam, you said, oh, I have the same gut instinct about these people as I did with Swoop.
Literally.
I don't get it.
No.
I could see the narrative changing as the video was going on.
Literally.
And I was like, again, this is not what I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of this. Get
Good
that
for
fire
you.
exit door, I'm off. So your video was not a calm discussion about a handful of simple moments that got twisted, amplified, and turned into something much bigger than they ever were. The constant goading of Adam and his followers, that is twisting everything. That is amplifying things. That is taking things out of control.
Exactly.
You're doing that. You are doing that.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, what you're watching is also the kind of content that tends to generate attention, views, and revenue. Pot meat kettle. Pot meat kettle. I'm reading this, I'm just like, again, I didn't ask. But I'm seeing the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Had you reached out, I would have gladly shared the full context, the timeline. I didn't want to know. I genuinely didn't want to.
This is literally not the point of his email that he sent. But Josh is making it about that. This isn't it. He was literally just being polite at the end of the email, being like, this was making me uncomfortable, but I hope you're okay. Like he said, it was a footnote. And Josh has just sent this entire like block email to be like, I'm about to publish this expose and this is why, and this is why, and this is why I'm the victim, really. Like, what the Oh my god. The mind boggles. The mind boggles so much. But also he's a narcissist, so it doesn't boggle that much, because it's not entirely surprising, but still, the levels he's going to. The mind boggles. Let's continue.
To know my email was not about that. And the receipts that show how all of this actually unfolded. Instead, you're seeing a version of events being narrated by someone who has already decided what the story is. I've heard your side of the story now. I watched that video you posted.
Exactly.
I'm on Adam's side.
Yeah.
That said, I genuinely respect your position. If you've decided you'd like to exit the agreement, I can absolutely make that happen. I just need a little time. These decisions aren't made by me alone, and an abrupt contract termination requires conversations with the people responsible for approving those requests. It'll likely take about a week for me to get in front of the right people and work through the process properly. And here's me, honestly, just panicking again because I'm like, you're doing so much online right now. You're goading people online. Mm-hmm. You're provoking people online.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to focus on this and help me as soon as possible to get out of this contract?
No, he's not. No, he's not. We already know. Like, the fact he's like trying to be professional at the end of it, being like, actually, this is going to take about a week for me to get in front of the right people. Like, bitch, please. Bitch, please. I mean, I understand if you're terminating a contract before it's up, like, there can be some legal complications with that. But still, like, what the hell? He's right. He's not going to focus on this. He's too bothered about the bloody documentary and being sarcastic online.
Or are you just going to continue ignoring my emails? And I was right. I was right. For what it's worth, this has been a very difficult and personal situation for me. If you ever take the time to watch my interview with Swoop, you'll probably notice pretty quickly that the way the story is being framed online doesn't line up with the reality of what that interview proved.
Literally, he's saying completely different things now to what he said in that interview, so that's complete bullshit, but we already know.
About who I've always been as a person.
Ugh.
I mean, I feel like that's weaponizing, again, his mental health. I feel that's weaponizing his...
Oh my god, I love this guy. We're on the same wavelength. What have I said the entire time with my videos on this? He's weaponizing his mental health. It's the weaponization of his mental health, and now he's just clocked the same thing. Gavin, we love you.
His documentary with Swoop, which happened 3 years ago. People can change since then. That could have been a mask. I don't know. I was one of the many millions of people who watched the documentaries as they came out. And yeah, I had a great opinion of you after that. I did. But now I'm genuinely terrified of you. I'm genuinely terrified of you. I'm terrified that I'm going to have no money for the next couple of months. I'm terrified that I'm going to get a cease and desist from this video. I'm terrified that I'm not going to be heard from anyone at Studio 71 because I haven't actually talked to anyone from Studio 71 except you.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm so backed into a corner right now, and I have no idea what to do. So if you want to weaponize your mental health, I've just sent you, Josh, and this is what's prompted me to make this video, I sent you a massive email, completely vulnerable, the most vulnerable email I've ever sent anyone, and I'll read it out. I'll read it out, because your reply to that has sickened me, and it's terrified me. It's genuinely, I couldn't speak. So don't freaking weaponize a Swoop documentary from 3 years ago. Things change. You have clearly changed. What makes this especially frustrating is that none of this started with some traumatic conflict. Someone had concerns about a documentary, chose not to express those concerns to me directly, stopped responding, and then publicly criticized me and my wife. Please, 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 he didn't say your name. I just want to say this. He did not say your name.
No,
he didn't say your name.
This was something I didn't mention in the videos that I should have mentioned, really, when I was making my last videos, is that the fact that, yeah, he said in his video where he was surrounded by the cats, like, it was really clear who you meant. And I saw your chat, Adam, and they were all like, ew, Josh, ew, what? And is it Josh? Ew, Josh. Adam didn't say anything. And I was there. I remember watching that video being like, oh, is it, like, I remember the chat being like, ooh, Josh, and I'm like, it would be very interesting if it was Josh, and it made sense to be Josh, but he never said it was. He never said it was until you, Josh, started posting underneath his videos, until you started posting comments. That's when everyone said, oh my god, it's Josh. But other than that, nobody knew. And nobody cared. But until you started, like, I mean, it was curious. I'm not saying nobody cared, but, like, it was a curious situation, but nobody was really truly invested until you started acting out, Josh. Until you started showing your true colours. Then everyone, you got the attention you wanted, I guess, just not quite the right attention, because you wanted everyone to believe you were the victim. But you were there in the comments. The only reason people figured out it was you is because you outed yourself. And that is the tea all day long.
People theorize. They theorize quite a few people. You are not the only name mentioned. Mm-hmm. The only person who outed you was you.
Exactly.
The only person who brought your wife into it was you.
Exactly.
Because
he said she was signed on.
That's happening online. I'm feeling gaslit from this email. Mm-hmm. Again, you didn't have to comment. You didn't have to out yourself.
No, you didn't. But you did.
Oh my god.
And his wife.
Before I even knew there was an issue, by the time I understood what was happening, the narrative had already been written. It hadn't, though. Oh my god, it hadn't.
It literally hadn't. The only one that wrote the narrative was you, Josh.
Situations where other people tell my story for me, often without context and often in ways that don't reflect the reality of who I am. I guess I had hoped that after the conversations we've had, there'd be at least enough trust to ask questions or hop on Zoom before making a decision this significant. I emailed you privately with my concerns, and you've made this all about your situation with Adam. Not one part of my concerns was even brought up in this. Instead,
exactly.
You said, oh, I treated you with kindness. This is how you repay me. This report that we've had. And
it's
stuff
playing
like this.
the victim again.
I've just told you my concerns.
Literally.
I emailed you and I took blame. I did. I accepted blame for some of the things that I didn't portray well enough. I did.
Literally.
And I'm speechless because I feel like, what else could I have done? I did email you privately. I had hoped that after the conversation we've had, there'd be at least enough trust to ask questions to hop on Zoom before making a decision this significant. But I understand that's not where you're at right now. So while I don't believe the situation is nearly as black and white as it's being presented online, again, I didn't care. I'm caring more now. Because
Literally.
This is now really affecting me.
Yeah.
What you're doing online is affecting me because I know you're not paying attention to me as a client.
And he's concerned about his money, which is fair enough. We still need bills to pay, you know.
In helping me get out of this, I do respect your decision. He doesn't. He genuinely doesn't say how he doesn't respect my decision at all. Give me a little time to get in front of the appropriate people, and I'll make sure everything is handled correctly. So I replied when I woke up, Hi Joshua, thank you for letting me know a little bit more, but the online drama was really only a footnote in the email I sent. It isn't the main reason or even a big reason as to why I want to leave the contract.
I love
You
this
really
guy.
don't need to share any more about it with me, but I would still like to go ahead with the termination. Can you give me a timeline or something that I'm not in the dark about for the next processes? You say it will take about a week to get in front of the right people. Should I email again next Wednesday to make sure things are moving along? Or if you have any further updates about it, I understand you're busy and you have events coming up, but I would appreciate being kept in the loop about this. I really do, because again, I feel like I'm...
You have events coming up, i.e. see you with VidCon, bro. Sunflower. Jesus.
It's such a talk about everything about my life. And again, this is my livelihood. This is everything to me. This is my job. They have all of my money. They have my finances.
Literally.
Everything. Absolutely
I feel so
everything.
bad for you, Gavin.
And I didn't get a response.
Jesus.
I didn't get a response.
Wow.
He didn't tell me. And then his video premiered. He's posting all over his Instagram. He's commenting on other people's videos. Sunflower emojis. I'll probably get a fucking sunflower emoji on my video too.
They probably will.
Using the same vernacular that people's abusers have used in the past, like Adam's abuser, his ex-wife has used in the past. And again,
that's the point of the sunflower. Yep.
What's with the sunflower emoji? What's with the see you at VidCon, bro?
Yep.
What's with the confrontational, intimidating tactics that you're doing on purpose? You've admitted to me you've done it on purpose.
Literally.
You're doing all of this on purpose.
Yep.
He didn't respond. I just asked for a timeline. I was like, just please keep me in the loop. Didn't respond. And then he's just posted another video about Adam. Keeps posting on his Instagram stories. And like, I see you online. I see you're posting. You're posting on YouTube, Instagram, everything. You're posting everywhere. I need to send another email. Because again, the longer we leave this, the longer I'm trapped in this contract, the longer you're taking my money.
Yeah.
And I need my money.
Literally, yeah.
This is going to be a really hard email to read out because I'm going to be very brutally vulnerable and honest about it. This is going to go into my finances right now. It's not looking good. I just sent it. As of filming this video, I sent it 2 hours ago.
Here we go.
Hi, Joshua. Again, I understand you're incredibly busy right now, but I really do need responses and more transparency from you right now. Let me be even more honest than I was in my first email and why I have a sense of urgency in reclaiming my finances from you in Studio 71.
Wow.
I currently have £1,118 in the bank. I do have the USD conversions in brackets. I have credit card bills coming out next week, £162. A final payment for a location I booked to film at coming out in 2 days that I paid a non-refundable deposit for months ago, £400. My water bill, £46. My council tax, £132. A bank loan repayment, £348. My energy bill, £107. A PayPal Pay in 3 payment for my flights to Peru for my Trova trip as they don't pay for my flights, £992. My phone bill on the 1st of July, £115. And my rent on the 1st of July, £750. Which I just got a message the other day saying they're raising that to £850 starting September 1st. And my energy prices are going up as well.
Wow.
I'm most likely not going to get paid on time from Studio 71 with my money, my own money, due to international payment taking longer. And it wouldn't be a problem if I got paid like I usually did from Google AdSense. That would be around the 22nd to 26th every month. But I might not get paid from Studio 71 until maybe the 2nd or 3rd of July. I still have my travel expenses to pay for to get to the location I booked to film at, and travel to a wedding of a friend at the end of July too. And trains are not the cheapest in the UK. By my calculations, I have £3,052 to pay before I get my money from Studio 71.
Wow.
With £1,118 in my bank.
Oof.
I've given Studio 71 10% of my April earnings already. I feel like I haven't benefited from anything you or Studio 71 have provided in April.
Wow.
I will again be paying Studio 71 10% of my May earnings when I finally get paid at the start of July. Again, I feel like I haven't received any benefits from this partnership so far. Instead, that's 20% of my previous earnings that are just gone and I don't get to see, despite me working really hard to make sure I keep a roof over my head, pay my bills on time, and still be able to book places for videos because I do. I put myself in debt sometimes to pay for these wilder videos I do because, again, that is my main priority. My job is my passion. And we are 18 days in June, and I imagine Studio 71 will again be taking another 10% of my earnings from this month. And yet again, I haven't felt like anything has happened. I know I signed the contract, and that's on me.
Oh my god.
But that's why I'm asking to be let go from it as soon as humanly possible, so that this isn't dragged on too long.
Jesus.
And then it will take even longer for me to get future payments.
Don't get managers, guys. Jesus Christ.
This is nothing personal, and you have been very lovely on the calls that we have had. I apologise if I sounded like I came across rather harsh when I didn't like the optimization report. I just felt rather deflated and disappointed that none of it was to do with my actual content, but the branding around it, the aesthetics, and not what I'm passionate about doing. My actual videos. I sent you an email on June 1st with my concerns about my finances, didn't I? You didn't reply to my concerns. You only followed up on the 3rd to make sure I got paid. But those feelings of anxiety and not having control of it does bother me more than I thought it would. I even mentioned that I was looking forward to getting control of my finances again. And that email predates all of this drama that you're in online. So this Adam situation is not the reason I've asked to be let go, but it is the last straw.
Exactly. Exactly. God, man.
When I sent the email on June 3rd, and I said all of my concerns, on June 1st, and I sent all my concerns, I put a reminder on my phone on March 1st, 2027, to remind me to ask to be let go from the contract. I did that, again, long before this stuff with Adam started happening, and I wanted out, and I said that. I said I can't wait to get my finances again. I alluded to the fact that I want to be out of this contract before all of this stuff happened with Adam.
Literally,
I have a reminder on my phone for March 1st, 2027 to email to ask to be let go, because I know there's a 30-day period, because otherwise the contract automatically rolls over. I know, and I put in my reminder.
Yeah.
I put in my reminder to leave. I want to leave.
Bless him, man.
I'm watching you post videos on your YouTube channel and posting stories on Instagram where you are purposefully goading Adam and his community online. That is making me uncomfortable, absolutely. But it's also making me frustrated because I know I sent an email yesterday morning asking for what the next steps are, and instead of replying to your client, you're provoking people online. It's not behaviour I want to be a part of.
The priorities are crazy.
This is my livelihood. All the money you get from me is all of my money.
Yeah.
I needed to live and pay my bills and support myself and pay for the things I need to do to keep doing my job. I'm just asking you to do your job. If there is any way, again, and I am pleading now for a quick turnaround, then please help me. Even if we can't cancel the contract right this minute, is there any chance at all that my upcoming May revenue will be processed as soon as Studio 71 gets it, rather than wait until the start of the month to send it? There are no additions to my revenue from Studio 71, which I imagine is why it takes a little longer to process payments. But you're only taking from me at this moment. Take the 10%, it's fine. But can this be arranged? Like, literally, take the 10%, take it.
Yeah.
Just give me something. Give me the money that I've worked so hard to earn, the money that I've generated from posting as many videos as I could, from going to randomized places so I could film even more interesting videos. Please, like, my Google AdSense will come in the second to last week of the month or the last week of the month. It would depend. And honestly, I know it sounds like I have a really bad financial situation right now, but if I was getting paid on time, that wouldn't be the case. That would not be the case. I would be fine if I just got my money on time, and I'm just not. If I go back to get my revenue on time, I'd be fine.
Yeah. All he wants is his money, man.
AdSense around the 22nd to 26th, so I'm assuming that's when Studio 71 gets it. If payment could be processed next week as soon as it comes in, that would be amazing. I'm hoping you're doing okay, and I hate to beg, but the unresponded emails and sounds is only furthering my anxiety of this whole situation. Your help with this would be greatly appreciated.
And again, like, this is the thing with Josh being a horrible manager, because with a good manager who was ethical and stuff, this would not be happening. But I just want to use this example as a point just to say, it's not worth getting management, guys. Just do everything yourself, because at the end of the day, especially if money is something that causes you anxiety as well, don't just hand it over to somebody else. Don't do it. I appreciate that Gavin has been saying throughout this video, like, I just wanted to get out of it immediately. Like, I regretted it immediately. Like, I wanted control of my finances again. So, that's, fair enough. But just let this be a testament to, you don't need management, guys. You don't need management. But that was so incredibly moving. And, I could feel this guy's anxiety and fear around money, because, he's got a load of stuff that needs to be paid for, but he's not getting paid. So, it's just, I would hate to be in this situation. It's horrible when you're worrying about money. And I can't imagine, when you've got, like, a load of bills to pay and stuff, like, it's just horrendous. But, just the fact that he was forced to beg Josh as well because he hasn't been responding to his emails is not lost on me. That's crazy. But let's watch the end of this video.
This was me begging. I was literally on my hands and knees begging. And I don't think you understand how I've never had to send an email like that before. I never have. I've never had to. And then Josh responded. He responded quite quickly. And again, I'm like, you're able to respond quickly? Actually, before I sent that email, I used that contact form on the Studio 71 portal that the clients get. And I was like, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, use this online submission form. I did. This is what I sent. And I sent it 18th of June 2026, 10:13 a.m. I sent it this morning. Hi, I am a client of Joshua David Evans, and I emailed about an early termination of my contract on Sunday, which he agreed to. I did get a follow-up email yesterday morning, my time, I'm in the UK, with a bit more, and he said it would take a while for him to get in front of the right people to process this. I just want to make sure that the processes are actually moving ahead and that this gets sorted as soon as possible. I understand Joshua is very, very busy online right now and has been very slow to responding to emails the past month in general, but I'm hopeful that this will move forward without any needless delays. Do I need to say another email for someone from Studio 71 to the emails with Joshua so I know that things are moving forward? What should I do next? I have asked Josh via email, but I haven't had a response about next steps, and I sent that email over 24 hours ago now. Any help will be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So that's me sending an email to someone, hopefully someone else at Studio 71. Yeah. And then I get this email from Josh, and my heart just dropped. It just absolutely dropped. I can't believe this was the response I got. They will offboard your channel Monday, and you will receive an email notification to the one associated with the account confirming it. You'll just need to hop on over to the earnings tab and make sure it's turned back on. I'll email when they confirm that it's released just to follow up. So that's good. That's good. Okay, Monday. That's great. That's great. Thanks for reaching out to the other department, by the way. It ended up leading to a really productive conversation about your channel and its future, and it was clear that it's best to part ways as soon as possible.
Okay. All right.
So the team I emailed with that submission, the only way I can contact anyone else is Studio 71. They've talked to Josh about it, and this very biting paragraph I get,
oh my God,
ended up leading to a really productive conversation about your channel and its future, and it was clear that it's best to part ways as soon as possible. He's essentially saying that, yeah, your channel is really bad. Like, you're not going to make us any money, and you'll not be around for too much longer anyway.
By the way.
So, yeah, let's terminate. You're not going to do anything for us?
Brutal.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice. The amount of times I've turned down opportunities for my channel, many times I've said no to things, the self-esteem, trying to prove myself every year, making bigger and better videos and all this and the other. That's the response I get. Had to block you on Instagram, unfortunately. Started feeling pretty uncomfortable with how closely you've seemed to be following my stories and personal life, especially given how much contempt you've expressed toward me. I'm sure you understand, Gavin.
Contempt. Oh, contempt? Contempt he's shown towards you, Joshua David Evans? What? I am aghast.
Hopefully this frees up some energy for things that bring you a little more joy than keeping tabs on me.
Oh my God, what the oh my wow. Oh, just when we think we can't get any more shocked and disgusted by this man, he pulls another one out of his ass. What the hopefully you can feel your time with that. That is so catty. That's so, like, Regina George catty. That's just like, well, maybe you can fill your time with something that brings you more joy than keeping tabs on me, bitch. What? What? Had to block you on IG because he started feeling uncomfortable that his client was watching his Instagram stories and all of his stuff on social media. I'm sorry. Am I dreaming this? Are we dreaming this? We're not dreaming this, are we? This is real life. What the hell, man? What the hell? Oh, the victim mentality continues in a massive way. That he's just been the cherry on the cake, the multi-layered cake of everything that this is. Wow. Holy shit. Thank you again to everybody you recommended that I watch this video, because holy... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're gonna finish this video. We are.
Enjoy your weekend.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I sent that massive email. Completely vulnerable, completely open about my current situation.
And he still makes it about
Doesn't
himself.
say anything about it at all.
No,
Nothing.
exactly.
And block me on Instagram. Despite us following each other, despite him posting on Instagram non-stop, despite him popping up first on my carousel
Literally.
whenever I open up Instagram.
Literally.
With more attacks.
Because of how much he's fucking posting,
online.
yeah.
Again, posting more stories and videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Completely unhinged, purposefully trolling people, as he has already admitted.
Oh my god, man.
And yet he had to block me on Instagram because he was feeling uncomfortable with how closely I seemed to be following his stories and personal life. Like, we weren't following each other on Instagram.
That's insane, man.
Like, this is my YouTube manager.
Literally.
He's responded to my concerns by blocking me on Instagram.
Literally.
Speechless from that.
Same, I'm speechless, and I'm sorry for laughing. You know, we're gonna laugh, or we'll be just so annoyed and frustrated. But what the hell, man? What the hell? He does not consider the feelings of other people at all, does he? Everything's about Josh. He is the ultimate victim. Everything I've said about him being a narcissist has been solidified in another layer of concrete with this video. Wow.
I am speechless. I've just sent you the most vulnerable email I've ever sent someone as your client, and that's your response. I followed you on Instagram for years. You kept posting stories. You kept popping up on the front of my carousel. Of course I was going to click on your stories when I'm waiting for a response from you as, again, your client.
Yeah.
This is concerning. I can't believe this. Can you please at least reply to my financial situation?
Huh.
And now I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I hope it gets a
blocking
response.
I haven't heard a peep from Studio 71. I can't just remove their access from my YouTube studio because the contract says if I do that, they can hold my money.
Yeah.
The money that they feel like they
Fuck
deserve.
me, man.
I don't know what to do. I genuinely don't know what to do.
Fuck.
Apparently I'm getting offboarded on Monday. Great. It is currently Friday as I'm filming this. I'm going to be spending the next couple of days absolutely ridden
Yeah.
with anxiety. Because I don't know if this video is going to help.
I feel really
Make
bad
things
for him.
worse. I don't know if I'm going to get my money at all. Because I haven't been paid any money from May. It's now the middle of June.
Wow.
They're going to take at least half of the entire month of June as well.
Jesus.
By the time Monday comes around and I get offboarded, I have so much that I have to pay for over the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to have by Monday nothing. Okay.
Wow.
So I don't know what's going on. I'm just absolutely flabbergasted,
Jesus Christ.
sickened.
So am I.
Definitely. Hopefully this acts as a message and a learning thing for anyone else on BookTube, anyone else who feels rather vulnerable and someone comes along with an opportunity like this. Just be wary, honestly.
Just don't do it. is my advice. It's not worth it, man.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted. Yeah, I'll keep you posted.
Oh my god. Right. Okay. So, yeah, it's not going to autoplay. Okay, I'm just going to see if anyone... Oh, okay, so he has posted something in the comments. Let's just read this out. Okay, so as I was uploading this video, I got an email from Studio 71 confirming that my channel will be released from the network with a specific date of the 18th of June 2026. Because Studio 71 have emailed me that my channel has been released on that day, and it's now the 19th in the United Kingdom where I live. Which is when I posted this video. I haven't had any updates on my male junior earnings as of yet. They still have all of that and still could still be waiting till next month to give me what is mine, but the confirmation of being released from them just before posting this has helped immensely. Thank you for support, everyone. Okay, and then update 2 hours after posting this video, Studio 71 have released me from a contract and I have regained financial control of my channel again. Woohoo! Josh told me it took time, maybe a week, and then it was Monday. It actually took 2 hours. Well, this was something that I thought about when he was saying, like, oh, it takes a week. I'm like, surely it doesn't take a week. And yeah, it actually took 2 hours. I still have no idea what's going to happen with my money I earned between the 1st of May and June the 18th, but hopefully it will be returned soon. Thank you for everyone for all your kind words and generosity. I cannot thank you enough. Well, that's really nice. So I'm glad that sorry Gab, I didn't watch this because the thumbnail wasn't terracotta enough. That's funny. Someone said Muckers Assemble. Don't forget the Peter Mons as well, because obviously both Peter Mon and Adam have both done live streams, and well, obviously Adam did the live stream and then the video, and then Peter did the video. He's actually on vacation right now, but he did the video anyway. But yeah, wow. I was gonna see if there was any like GoFundMe link or something here that people could go and help him with. I think, but I don't know if he does. But it seems like he has got, like, obviously the control of his finances back. I am so dark. I apologize. Let me just fix that real quick. Let's go. Whoa, hello. Okay. Trying to not make myself so dark. Is that better? I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I apologize. But anyway, thank you again to everybody who recommended I watch that video, because that was very, very insightful. Hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I say enjoyed. If you guys gained something from this video, and that we all learned even more that Joshua David Evans is a piece of shit and is a massive narcissist. Those emails, man. Jesus. Let's all talk about it in the comments. As always, I'll be down there discussing it all with you all. And make sure to leave a like on this video. Share it with anybody who didn't know about this beforehand, because this is, I think, a very, very important part to the story that gives us all a bit of an insight of what Josh is like outside all the drama, you know, as a YouTube manager that he is. And I will see you guys in my next video. Damn, that was a wild ride.